Hey there everybody, it's Mark Crilly. I'm back with another How to Draw video. Today we're going to be learning how to draw glasses. Now some of you may remember that I covered this topic before, but I didn't think you could really see the glasses in great detail in that video. And in particular, the female version, I think I kind of got the glasses in the wrong location there. So that's why I'm returning to the scene of the crime and going to try to make up for it with better drawing of a female character wearing glasses. So I'm going to put down some basic guidelines to get started, and then we'll come back to get into the actual drawing. All right, well, I have most of the key guidelines in place here, and really this is not going to be a video about drawing this particular face, but I think what I'm going to do right now is sort of zoom in a little bit and in real time add a little further detail to these lines before we move on to drawing the glasses. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to add a little more refinement to these eyes. And one of the key things about the way I'm going to do the video this time, what I did last time when I was teaching about drawing glasses, especially for the female character, I was like, well, I don't want the glasses to be obscuring the eyes. And so I put the glasses in this kind of weird location that really doesn't make logical sense for someone who wears glasses. This time I'm going to have the glasses where they really ought to be, and that does mean that the eyes get partially obscured. And that becomes sort of the challenge of to what degree do we still see the eyes, to what degree are they blocked out a little bit by the glasses. But some of the stuff that you see me drawing, even like right now here in the iris, is going to get erased a bit later on as the upper rim of the glasses cuts right in front of it. But such is the price you pay when you draw a character wearing glasses, realistically, which is what I'm trying to do here. You know, lately I've observed that there's a kind of a split, a divide among my viewers, those who want realistic videos versus those who want manga-style videos. And this one is going to kind of try to split the difference. The character here is going to have a bit of a manga look to her. But the glasses themselves are going to be quite realistic looking. At least I hope they will be. And so that way, with any luck, I will be able to please both of those groups in a single video. And I sincerely hope that there are a number of people who like both, who enjoy drawing in general and do not cut themselves off from the manga side or the realistic side. Anyway, hopefully going through some of this in real time is going to help those of you who want to reproduce this same drawing, more or less, which some people do, a lot of people don't. I have no strong preference, but I guess for the people who like to follow along and reproduce the drawing that I'm doing, they find that it's a great confidence-building measure. And for those who don't follow along, they sort of use more the video for more generalized drawing advice. And I'm kind of happy that people can use these videos both ways. The one problem with trying to follow along line by line with what I'm doing is that it does require me to somehow try to find a way whereby you can follow along, doing lots and lots of the video in real time. And I'm always sort of like trading off between those two things. I think now that I've got these basic lines in place, I'm going to do the lines of the ear. I do have a video on how to draw ears. If you haven't seen it yet, maybe I'll drop in a link here, or I'll put the search words in. It's kind of tricky because annotation links do not show up on all devices. And so you'll often see me say, you know, search for blah, 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 blah in YouTube. And that's my way of trying to reach the people who don't have annotations switched on or are using maybe a mobile device that doesn't allow you to see the annotation lengths. Well, I think we've kind of got the basics of this. I'm going to be adding more hair later on as we get closer to completion on this drawing, but I think it's high time we got into drawing these glasses. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my trusty ruler. Everything's trusty in Marcrilli land, but I am going to be drawing a line. Now watch this and gaze in horror as I draw a line pretty much straight across her eyes. Yep. That is where the upper edge of the glasses, the upper edge of the glasses frame is going to go. And now for the lower edge of it, I'm just making two lines here to help myself find where to place the actual frames of the glasses. And then I'm going to come over here and establish a line for the far edge. So if you're trying to follow along with this, if you got those eyes more or less where I got them, then pay close attention to where these lines go, and maybe I can just sort of sum up and point out to you that we've got a narrow rectangular area here. Starts at the tip. There's a corner that just coincides with the tip of this eye. You can see they drop down a fair amount below this second line. And then this other far edge of the glasses frame is coming quite far outside. So just do your best to sort of reproduce that if indeed that's what you want to do. And I guess what I can do is go ahead and drop in the bar, what do you call those things? The stem, the thing that comes to the edge of the glasses and supports it. And my key thing here is to remember of course it rests upon the top of the ear. That's where I messed up in this previous video. I ended up with the sort of supports of the glasses not actually being able to meet with that upper part of the ear, which is a huge mistake. Now, we've got the sort of square here in place, and now I want to put in some lines for the actual edges of the interior edges, inside edges of the frames. I know it looks kind of weird, bear with me, but this sort of is going to help us just figure out where the glasses are going to go. All right, so now we're starting to get the basic idea. I'm going to erase a little bit of these unneeded lines, and we can finally get into drawing the glasses themselves. I wonder if I should, I'll try shifting and zooming in as close as I really can to just focus on the glasses. Okay, so first I think what I'm going to do is erase away just a little bit here near this upper line, in preparation for where the upper edge of the frame is going to go. And now we want to pay attention to the shape of each individual frame of the glasses. And it is quite a subtle shape. You've got this boxy square to begin with. And what I would say is that you want to pay attention, for those of you who are trying to follow along with this, pay attention to the shapes of the gaps. Like watch here at the bottom of this as I pull down here with this curving line. See that little gap there? That can help you sort of figure out and help you get the shape. It is that's why I zoomed in here, because we're dealing with really small incremental little spaces here. But the more you focus on that, the more success you will have with reproducing this particular style of glasses. Of course, there's so many different styles. Very often in manga, they will just sort of hint at the glasses with little lines that even have breaks in them, and you sort of have this idea that the glasses are half invisible almost, just like the artist wanted to give you the bare minimum needed to suggest the shape. Now I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of a connector here that connects to the stem. Again, I've forgotten to look up the technical words. I hope it's stem, the supporting thingamabobby. And over here, again, we're going to be trying. Now, what happens when you get over on this side of the nose? You may see the shape appear to be a little bit different just because of the angle. We got a 3/4 view on her face, and so this, again, paying attention to that little gap there, it's going to be a little larger on this side. And certainly going real time on this part should hopefully give you plenty of time to follow along. And for those of you who are not following along, are like, why are you taking so long to draw these shapes? I'm just focusing on precision. I don't want to blow it. I don't want to be teaching something that's not right. That's why I take my time with this stuff. Anyway, we're trying to reproduce this unusual curved rectangular shape. And then when I come over here, again, I want to reproduce this connector thing that comes off of the glasses themselves and onto that stem-like object that goes across to the ear. And I suppose I can just go ahead and thicken that up. Now her hair is going to be cutting in front of this and we won't really see, but at least we know that this connects properly. Now it's time to do the support that goes across the bridge of the nose. Quite high in this style, quite high up on her nose, and fairly thick. And that is pretty much it, except for there are those little pads that go on the nose here, on the bridge of the nose, that support the glasses. And it's those little pads in the photos that I studied are more visible actually on the inside from this angle. And you might see just a little smidge of it over here on this side, but it's really more visible right here on that inside. And that kind of gets you with the eyes in the proper location. Now, I think what I'll do right now, even though, like I said, this is not supposed to be about the face, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I intend to add bangs here for this particular female character. Something about this character reminds me of one of those Hollywood movies where they have she's some sort of bombshell, really beautiful supermodel type character, but they figure if we put glasses on her, she'll look like a librarian or something. And you're just waiting for her to take off the glasses and reveal that she's a supermodel. It's a little weird. But anyway, I thought I would try to create one of these attractive-looking characters wearing glasses, and that's what we have ended up with. So if you want to follow along with this part of it, I'm having her bangs curve mostly in this one direction, all the curves going off in that side. And then as they come over here, they will sort of straighten out a bit, and then the hair begins to indeed flow in the opposite direction. Get some curving lines here. I will be much more precise when it comes time to doing the final line work. I think I am going to go back to my trusty black Prismacolor on this one rather than using ink as I did last week, which was fun for doing the screen tones. But this week we're doing old school Crilly. That is black Prismacolor and Dixon Ticonderoga for the shading. And then back here, I figure her hair is sort of pulled up into a bun or something. And so the lines back here are curving real far up along the back of her head. And there's often a sort of a gradual curve as it comes down and reaches the rest of the neck. And certainly if I start getting into where to draw the cuff of her sweater or whatever, we're getting way beyond the proper subject matter of this video. Really, we should be focusing on the glasses. And so what I'm going to do right now is pull back and in time-lapse use my trusty black Prismacolor to get some final line work. I may even just zip right into the toning, and then we can kind of wrap this thing up with some final words. I wanted to apologize. I forgot that I was zoomed in on this area and I'm talking about the edge of her sweater. No one could even see what I was doing. Crilly, you're such an idiot. But now let's finally pull out the black Prismacolor, get into some final line work and toning. Okay, well, there's my video on how to draw glasses, how to place them in the proper location on this character or a character of your own creation. But let me go ahead and thank anyone who's supported me by getting any of my books. We've got the graphic novel series Brody's Ghost and Miki Falls, as well as my How to Draw book, Mastering Manga. I really do appreciate anyone who supports me, helps me out by getting those books. But of course, I am not finished with this illustration until I add some blushy action here. I'm not going to do those like diagonal lines. This time I'm just going to keep it quiet blushies. I'm going to add to this illustration. In fact, I might even do a little bit of smearing here. I know some art teachers say, never smear things with your fingers. Don't tell them, shh, it's just our little secret, friends. Anyway, I think it's high time I lay down this pencil. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with another one real soon.